Last one. This one's called Being Fat is Unhealthy. Any questions? I think the title. Based. So response to a TikTok comment, always a good idea, doesn't change the fact that obesity is a severe health risk and a direct result from unhealthy eating habits. Oh, my commenter Ben Ooze, fucking based Jackson over here.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Fuck yeah!
All right, commenter super based. Every time he jumps, it's a based jump. It's just so fucking based. All right. Let's listen to this person's feelings. Oh, why? Every time I see a 2, why is it 2 minutes? We might not make it.
Yes,
Why?
and this is the only argument y'all can ever come up with.
It's the only argument? It's the only argument you can come up with that obesity is a tremendous health risk and a result of poor lifestyle habits. This is the only argument y'all can come up with. Okay. Would you prefer to talk about gravity or, the conservation of mass? Like, what else would you want to talk about? What other objective truths do you want to talk about? This is the only argument you can come up with. You mean truth? This is the only argument, just reality, you mean? Oh, no, your feelings. Feelings alert. We got feelings. We got a feeling here.
Being fat is unhealthy. All we know is that when you're fat, you have worse health outcomes. I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
Wait, what? What? Did you just agree? Hold on a second. I got to hear it again.
All we know is that when you're fat, you have worse health outcomes.
That's a soundboard. That's a soundboard. Save it. Save it. Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. A date that will live in infamy. I know she's not agreeing. Overall. There's a but coming. I know, but come on. That's a strong open.
Healthy. All we know is that when you're fat, you have worse health outcomes.
That's not even, that's 9 seconds of fucking, that's 9 seconds of legit. All right. That's a strong start. Look, I give credit when credit's due. Fucking dead on. But
I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
Something tells me you're going to proceed to disagree with it. Something tells me you're about to disagree with that. Yeah?
Worse health outcomes. I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
12 seconds.
But we don't know why. We can see correlation.
But we don't know why. Yeah, someone just said correlation doesn't mean causation. I think she's just about to say it too.
But we don't know why. We can see correlation, right, about a lot of things. But we haven't been able to prove causation. We don't know if it's because when you're fat, you're not treated correctly by medical professionals. Like, for example, growing up, I've always been a little chubby.
Because you've always had bad habits and your parents fed you fucking cornflakes and sody pop.
They used to say, just lose weight, your back pain will go away. Oh, you're just fat, that's why you have back pain. And then I got hit by a car when I was 24.
That answers a lot of questions. She got hit by a car. I'm sorry to hear that. That's fucking brutal, but that understands the words coming out of your mouth. That makes sense.
Oh, you're just fat, that's why you have back pain. And then I got hit by a car when I was 24. Ended up, fracturing my spine, and I had to go see an orthopedist. Anyways, I saw the x-rays of my spine. And he was like, oh, you have a scoliosis. I could see the scoliosis. Up until that point, I had so many x-rays for so many things. I have asthma. So, they would have seen that my spine was crooked so many times before then in my life. Why did they not mention it to me? It's because I was fat.
I'm not a scoliosis expert. But don't forget, there are doctors that aren't good, or the car accident. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Obviously this is just becoming like a woe is me video. So obviously this is conflating a lot of shit here. So let's keep going.
And they were just driven about how to get me to lose weight instead of giving me care for my scoliosis. But yeah, I'm just fat. I must have the scoliosis because I'm fat, right? And that's not even getting into the fact that anorexia is severely underdiagnosed in fat people because
Anorexia is severely underdiagnosed in fat people. Anorexia is severely underdiagnosed in fat people. I'll just let that float there. Just think about it for a second.
when you're fat and losing weight rapidly, people congratulate you on your eating disorder, which is a lot of the time what's happening. And then even if you say that and people believe you, they still think it's a good thing.
What she calls anorexia is just fucking losing weight and not eating garbage. Again, we know how, look, doing things wrong is wrong, period. You can lose weight with poor habits. Hey, you can fucking get on the Hunter Biden diet and just smoke Parmesan cheese all day and you'll fucking lose weight. It's not healthy though. But from the outside, yeah, you are morbidly obese and you're no longer morbidly obese. People are going to be like, wow, you look much better. Why wouldn't you? You don't look sickly and exploding with disease anymore. It doesn't mean you're healthy, right? So this is the argument that fat acceptance people make. Just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're healthy. No shit. But that doesn't mean that when you're fat, you're healthy. It's like, that's not an argument. You're just saying, oh, but look at them, but look at them. No, but look at you. Let's talk about, no, don't change the subject. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about your bullshit fucking habits. Just because someone can have cancer and anorexia and be severely malnutritioned and they look vertical doesn't mean that you're healthy when you're fat. Okay?
And I bet you're one of those people. Correct me if I'm wrong. I also bring up anorexia.
I have been. It's not hard to do that. Correct me if I'm wrong. With pleasure. Continue.
Because the things that
Hold
anorexia
on.
causes. And I bet you're one of those people. Correct me if I'm wrong. I also
Already
bring
did.
up anorexia because the things that anorexia causes, like heart failure, a
Yeah.
bunch of other health issues that
bad.
sound a lot like the health issues that fat people go to see doctors for. And then when they later die, people are like, oh, it's obesity. But
Yeah, I mean, fat people are suffering from bulimia. Like, most fat people are not anorexic. Just going to be honest with you here, Chief. If you're anorexic, you're usually not fat for a reason. Okay? Okay.
I wonder how often it was anorexia or some other health issue that was ignored because we're fat.
Just magically. I don't eat anything and just magically I'm still fucking huge. Where are the fat people in the concentration camps? All right? In World War II. Horrible situation, obviously. Not making light of it. Sometimes I do. But you gotta have a sense of humor about everything. No one's fat because they were being starved to death. So, there's your answer right there. People that don't have access to food, they don't die fat. Fucking nugget.
So it's just because we're fat. Fuck them. Who cares? Who cares what killed them? They're fat. We don't want to see them. They need to stop existing. So the faster they get out of here, great. Like, I feel like that's your thought process.
Said no one ever. They need to get out of here quickly. Look, when you hate yourself, as this person does, it's very easy to direct your anger outwards. Okay. Maybe she had shit doctors. Maybe she had spinal issues because of her accident. She obviously has a lot of pent up anger at her situation. But I guarantee a couple things. She wasn't exercising properly. She wasn't eating properly. She wasn't being a healthy human being from when she was little. That's her parents' fault. That's blah, blah, blah. Education. There's a lot of issues and reasons why that didn't happen. But she has a lot of internal hatred for herself and frustration. And she's blaming everyone else. She's not, you don't look anorexic to me. How can I tell? Because you're fat. Like fat, you're obese. So bulimic or binge eating disorder, yeah. I mean, that's not bulimic, but binge eating. I mean, you could have, it depends. One of the issues is, and I'm not professing to be an expert in eating disorders, but most people have an eating disorder. I think people that are in drive-thru at a McDonald's have an eating disorder. I think people that are eating Taco Bell have an eating disorder. I have an even broader definition of eating disorder. You're eating fake ass fucking food and pretending like that's okay. I think that's disordered eating or eating disorder, whatever you want to call it. You're eating literal fucking trash. I don't hate you because of it. I don't think you're a terrible person. I just think you don't give a fuck about your health and you justify things. So that's that. That's that. Unpopular opinion. Good. Unpopular opinions are usually fucking correct because most people are addicts. Most people don't. Most people don't want to look at themselves in the mirror and realize they're the fucking problem. So that's okay. She can keep her. Look, some people need some fucking anorexia. My God, not eating 24 hours a day is not anorexia. Right? You see this stuff like with orthorexia and shit like that. Oh my God, someone's really obsessed with eating quality food. If you're just eating salads all day and thinking like you're getting nutrition, that's a problem. So just because you take care of your health doesn't mean you have an eating disorder. Just because you're fasting doesn't mean you have an eating disorder. Oh, everyone's eating? No, I'm deciding not to eat because I'm fasting. Oh my God, you have an eating disorder. You're obsessive. Because you're constantly not swallowing things. I have anorexia. I have an eating disorder. Look, again, this is just projection of self-loathing, hatred, frustration. Instead of taking control, you're blaming everyone else. It's the doctors. It's this. Take control. Take control of your life. Stop playing the victim. No one fucking cares. That's the problem with your situation. No one cares. Everyone else has got their own problems. Everyone else has got their own things they're trying to work on, their own struggles, bills to pay, shit going on. No one fucking cares about your wine fest. I'm not saying you had an easy life. I'm not saying you don't have things to overcome, but welcome to the club. Everyone does in some aspects. Okay? So get to fucking work, make better choices, and stop blaming doctors for you eating too much and eating garbage food. The doctors didn't make you fat. You're not fat because you had scoliosis. You were fat before you got into car accident. Like, again, just check it out.